going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the NBA Slate Starter Podcast. I'm Eric, joined with my buddy Ryan as we break down Friday's. How many games is it? 9, I believe is the number. 9-game NBA DFS slate on DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo. You know what? We're just going to go years and years and years and never figure out that bit. I was going to say, well, you kind of did this and then it fell from behind. I think you just do something unique every single time to show off how multi-talented you are. You know what I'm not talented at today, Ryan? Making lineups. They are terrible. Omer Yurt 7. Oops. I don't really know what to say because we were playing this guy at 6, 7, 8K in the absence of Bam Adebayo once upon a time. Well, that was a long time ago. He was the flat min everywhere. I don't know how you didn't get to some. Now, I didn't play 100% or anything. I thought there was a chance he could get ran off the floor, but 5 minutes isn't great, Ryan.
No. That's the floor among floors. It's just one of those things is like, he got hurt type of situation or something. Bad play, but happens. It's going to happen a lot. It's going to happen a handful of times over the course of the NBA season where you just are just boned. You just get boned by a coach.
That's a good way of putting it.
Good thing he was 3K because it still gives some lineups of getting into the cash line, but imagine if it was someone else who was more expensive. So that's the only plus side. And the thing about center today, about center today, I mean, it was not loaded, so it was kind of gross. So it made even more sense to fall on him. So the process was there. I was well above the field, but obviously it didn't work out. As most places tend not to, but that definitely didn't.
At least this week, they sure haven't. This is probably my worst week of NBA DFS of the season. There's been some break-even spots where it should have been smash. There have been some not profitable days like today. And now, of course, I have a prop that I posted online on a different site that I am waiting for Russell Westbrook to get over 6.5 rebounds. And you know how hard it is to rely on Russell Westbrook to do anything in the year of our Lord 2022? It's really hard. So that's not going to be a very fun sweat while we're on the show. That second quarter is just getting going. Covington, back-to-back threes. What a world we live in. But guys, smash that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Ryan and I need confidence. And you guys can provide that by hitting the like button and leaving 5-star reviews. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple, we appreciate you guys for doing as such. I know that it's a little extra effort for you, but it goes a long way for us to be able to keep doing this show. Anything else you want to talk about on this God-forbidden slate, or should we move on to tomorrow?
Yeah, it's just one of those slates where everyone seemed to have a similar approach, and they all just got burned. A lot of, obviously, the Miami situation where you just go to the right guys, and outside of Yurt 7, everyone else kind of got there for you. So it's a tough situation to go, but here we are. There's a late-night hammer with LeBron James, but that late-night hammer has not really worked out for some time with LeBron James. But I chased it yet again, so we'll see how the night ends up.
Yeah, and if you made a De'Aaron Fox pivot off DeJounte Murray, that worked out. Trae Young went nuts, even though we didn't even know if he was going to play the game of basketball today. And Luka put up 66.5, which might be the one saving grace. Maybe having Yurt 7 is maybe you got to more Doncic, and maybe it doesn't completely destroy your night. But considering you could have made that, more Caleb Martin or anybody on planet Earth other than the sub 10 points you got in your lineup, probably not going to work out for us. But I'm trying to look for a silver lining. There are none, Ryan. Let's go on to tomorrow. Guard spot over on DraftKings. We go position by position. You ready to get going? My equally scorned buddy.
Let's ride.
James Harden, 11-5 on the top end. Going up against Cleveland, you get a pretty darn good defense, but this pick and roll has just been ridiculous between Joel Embiid and James Harden. I will say that was the first time that I just wanted to break my computer because he had 9 rebounds and 9 assists, and I was way overweight to James Harden the other day. So I really needed those extra rebounds and assists. Not getting there was painful. If you bet his triple-double stuff, which was like really, really low, you were probably tilted too, so maybe don't do that going forward. But just saying, James Harden, 11-5 against Cleveland. That's going to be a fascinating talking point. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 10-3 now. So crazy seeing him, but this is a Minnesota matchup. Minnesota top 10 in pace. We know what we're getting into there. not the best defense on planet Earth. And so definitely some paths there for Shea, who's, has put up 29 plus in 4 consecutive here. No Josh Giddey. That's a talking point. And then Trae Young, our friend up there. Oh boy, he went nuts today after possibly not playing. This ankle, apparently, it's just like a phantom injury. Is he just going to play again tomorrow? I mean, is it going to be a spot where we just don't get any value out of this? I don't know what to tell you, but I know if Trae Young does play, you probably want exposure. He's playing very well. Talk to me about the guard spot over on DraftKings, Ryan.
Yeah, looking at the up top of the guard spot, I mean, you nailed it with Trae Young. I think he should be a full go. Let's see if there's like anything that happens overnight, because he played on a pretty severe ankle turn, but I guess those ankles are really strong. But
the anti-AD ankles.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think James Harden is fine to go to 11.5. He's going to be low owned. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, $1,200 savings off of him is not too bad. Donovan Mitchell balled out the other night, 9,300, got that price jump. I like continue to go to CJ McCollum and Tyrese Halliburton at their respective price tags. I like their matchups for them as well. I think going down a little bit more, you get Darius Garland, 7,900, which is fine to go to. We have to mess around with the Toronto News situation yet again with Van Vliet. He's questionable, $8,500. He's all right, nothing great. Already got word Anthony Edwards has been ruled out. And I'm just jumping to the bottom. Last game, we saw the likes of Jordan McLaughlin, Malik Beasley get minutes. I don't mind getting to one of those guys tomorrow in your lineups. It seems like solid savings. In the mid-tier, Monty Morris against the Houston matchup. I really don't target anyone on the Nuggets outside of Jokic that frequently. Maybe Barton. Monty Morris is usually like the fourth guy I fall to, but it's a Houston matchup. Anyone can get there. Patrick Beverley, 5K. The minutes are minutes. He's finding a way to produce. There's no Anthony Edwards. More usage for a guy like D'Angelo Russell at 7,900 as well. I think he should be popular, but rightfully so.
Talk to me about Campaign.
It's
4,800. He played 20 minutes his first game back. You're not going to have Devin Booker out there again. He's still sub 5K. He's 4,800 there. And 8 assists, was out there creating for other dudes. Didn't need to close out the game because, again, they murdered. And I do mean, I watched that game. They murdered Portland, 120-90. I think he's going to be popular again tomorrow. Is that a guy you might have interest in, or do you think minutes limit? Because, again, I think he would have played 25, 26 minutes.
Yeah, 25, 26 minutes are fine at 4,800. Not as exciting as we had 4-2 the other day, but I think he's fine at 4,800. Nothing outstanding, I don't think. I think would I rather play 5K for Beverly or 4.8 for Payne? I think it's a coin flip for me at this moment, but they're very close. I think Patrick Beverly could play like 36, 37 minutes. Campaign, if he's good to go, if there's no minutes limit, or there's no minutes limit, I'd be more interested. But right now, at $4,800, he's fine. He might fine / pretty good. Nothing great. There's some solid spend up options, so the opportunity cost is kind of significant.
I like hearing that there's apprehension there because I bet he's popular again tomorrow. So wanted to get your opinion on him because I don't really have one right now. I could see where the ownership is low and I could see where the ownership's high. I normally, we do this every single day. We talk about these slates, we play every single day, and yet I have no idea what Campaign's ownership is going to be tomorrow, and that's why I wanted to bring him up specifically. Going to the guard spot over on FanDuel, James Harden's 10-4 shooting guard, small forward, best eligibility there. Shea, 10-2. Trae Young, 9,100. That is way too cheap. He was cheap over there today. He's cheap over there tomorrow. Donovan Mitchell coming off of another... He's just playing really quality basketball. 40 minutes against Houston. Had to go to overtime for that one, and that worked out for some people. And now getting New Orleans. And New Orleans has been playing well themselves. CJ McCollum, a guy that obviously we've talked about 48 million times. He's 8,800 at that identical tag at shooting guard there. Curious which one of those two you prefer. And then, Tyrese Halliburton only if Brogdon's out, but 8,600 can't see myself getting there. But 7,200 Malcolm Brogdon coming off of a slate where he played 41 minutes against Orlando, put up 64.2. I'm curious where that ownership is going to come in tomorrow because that's another guy to consider. Talk to me about Garden on FanDuel, Ryan.
Yeah, Garden on FanDuel. I mean, we still get James Harden at 10-4. I think with this Philly role, he should be at least 11, like low 11K player on FanDuel. So he's kind of, you're buying low. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's priced fine at 10-2. Ton of savings with guys like Trae Young. I like at $9,100. Donovan Mitchell at 88. Halliburton in a Detroit spot. And McCollum. Similar guys here. Their prices are priced still a little too cheap for their upside. These guys all have tournament winning upside. So I have some interest in them. Campaign is 5K here. The more I think about it, I have no issues. It could be a much closer game where he plays 30 plus minutes, and he's obviously shown the ability to play really well when given minutes. Minnesota guys here, McLaughlin's 35, Beasley's 43, and Pat Bev is 47. Beverly at 47 seems pretty nice, but if Van Vliet were to go at 7,500, I'm going to have a ton of interest in him at that price tag. Garland at 7,700 is pretty exciting. Tyrese Maxey has been balling out with the addition of James Harden in the lineup. I don't expect that to continue. It's Malcolm Brogdon at $7,200. Yeah, I think we should be going to him if he's going to play 36 minutes, 37 minutes for this Indiana team. I mean, it's kind of his show, him and Halliburton's show, just to be the lead dogs on this team. So a Detroit spot, Detroit on the back end of a back-to-back. Gotta like your chances with Malcolm Brogdon, definitely.
Happy Reggie Jackson Day, everybody out there. Now he's up over 30. That was quick on the old FanDuel.com. But I guess he just got pulled out of the game. So he just got his third foul. As I said that, good Lord. What a black cloud I am today. Let's head on over to the top end of Yahoo. James Harden, our sponsor, $50. Trae Young, 42. Shai, 41. Going a little bit further down the line here, we get to the likes of Cade Cunningham, a guy that I know you've been talking about being a guy that we needed to keep our eye on. Well, today would have worked out nicely for that kind of take. 52 fantasy points there on Yahoo in his 38 minutes in a win against Toronto. That was pretty surprising there in Toronto with fans back there. That's another fun fact. But Gary Trent, that's only if Fred VanVleet play is out there. Going a little bit further, though, Patrick Beverley, at least a sub $20. A lot of spots where you can possibly go here on our sponsor, Yahoo. Who are your favorites to get to, Ryan?
Yeah, looking at Yahoo, obviously Yahoo does a decent job with pricing consistently. So tomorrow there's a decent tournament for you guys to take advantage of. I think there's 10 up top. So definitely play on Yahoo. But spending up here, McCollum continues to be cheap, $35. SGA is cheap for $41. As everyone up top seems a little too cheap for their upside. From Harden all the way down to McCollum, all those guys seem pretty cheap for their upside. The only guy, just going down in order in terms of guard, the first guy I'm like, okay, I don't want to really go there, is Zach LaVine at 32. But all the guards are priced pretty favorably, just scrolling down here. All the way from Harden to Brogdon, honestly. So it's kind of a loaded guard position. Just from head to toe. Maxey at 27. Yeah, I don't think this is going to continue. But looking to spend down a little bit, Malik Beasley is 11. And Pat Bev is 18. So I think you can definitely go there. Campaign is $14 here. He's fine. Nothing exciting. But actually, $14 for Campaign. The more and more I think about it, I think he's fine to go to the next spot. Beasley, yeah, I touched on 11. Yeah, guards loaded on this Yahoo slate.
Yeah, Yahoo looks really, really nice. And, you know, if you guys haven't had a chance to play over there, obviously they're the sponsor, but it's the best place, point per dollar, which brings me to one free month of Awesemo Platinum that you also get. God, you eat and then you can't talk, Eric. That's cool. Get 1 free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum when you deposit $10 or more and play in any of the paid contests they offer there. Lowest rate you're going to find anywhere in the industry. That is a big deal. That means you are playing less in order to jump into the contests, just like any other site is taking 16, 17% on Yahoo. I've never seen something over 12.5% for a management fee. And that means you have a great opportunity to go out and win more money. More money is going back into that prize pool. And now you also get every sport we offer behind the paywall completely free to you when you deposit that $10 or more as a new user, play in any of the paid contests, and you will get that. So stop guessing, start winning. Stop guessing, start winning. Join us at Awesemo Plus, but specifically play at Yahoo because it is just damn good to do so. All right, that was the worst read in the history of the show. I promise to improve upon it. Ryan looks unenthused with life right now. I'm the same way, so I get it. Are you watching the game right now?
I'm not. No, I am actually looking up something for tomorrow as we speak.
Got it. Okay. Well, then look at you doing your job. That's fantastic. As opposed to me, who I'm going to be just damning the day the Clippers are up 17, and I picked Russell Westbrook to do something. It's hilarious. Giannis 12-3 there. DeMar DeRozan 9,900. Kyle Kuzma 94. Kyle Kuzma's 9,400. I just have to say that again. Julius Randle 92. Siakam, I swear to God, one day he's going to play well. I don't know what day it's going to be. It'll probably be tomorrow with Fred VanVleet in the lineup because that's how life works. But, it's just been tilting it. But against Orlando, sure, I'm going to take a couple shots there. Brandon Ingram's 83. Wendell Carter is up to 8K, which is kind of crazy to look at. But, Buddy Hield is 7,400. What a time to be alive where Buddy Hield is 7,400. You could give me 50 million lineups and I would not play Buddy Hield in one of them. So take that for what you will. Incoming 60 burger from Buddy Hield. Talk to me about forward on DraftKings.
Disrespect on Buddy Hield.
It was intentional.
Back. It's back. But there's one guy who this year, if you were to tell me, was going to be priced at $9,400, it was definitely not going to be Kyle Kuzma. But obviously, this Wizards team, their season ended early once Bradley Beal got hurt for the rest of the year. $9,400 Kuzma. Can you take shots on him? I think you can. That's how crazy it is because he has 50-plus point upside. As does Siakam. Randall taking on a Phoenix team. He's just trying to carry his team to the play-in game. It's not really working. Giannis can continue to destroy slates. Brandon Ingram, 8,300. Him and McCollum had decent games last game. Brandon Ingram did leave that game into the locker room for a laceration, I believe. And he missed a little bit of a rotation. They ended up blowing out Sacramento, so he missed a little bit towards the end, but he balled out. Spending down a little bit. Scotty Barnes, 6,300. I think you can fall on him. Aaron Gordon on the Houston spot looks okay. Thaddeus Young, 3,800 if you were to go. Yeah, it's all right. The Minnesota guys, the Minnesota forwards who could take some minutes. Jaden McDaniels, obviously, has been starting $4,200. I like him against OKC. Jared Vanderbilt might get some extra usage with no Anthony Edwards there. $4,300. Alexa Pokacheski is $4,900. Yeah, I think we can still go to him. He just missed out on a double-double last game. An excellent guy who just picks up stocks in a hurry. Pokacheski's 300 less than Jackson Hayes. I think, I like Pokacheski yet again tomorrow. I think you can definitely fire him up.
Do I dare say it? I mean, I don't know if I really know if I want to be playing him as I don't know. So Jayshawn Tate is apparently fine, which is weird to me because he left that game. He's legitimately fine, even though he had left ankle soreness or something weird. Eric Gordon got ruled out on Wednesday, obviously, from right groin soreness, but I felt like it was like, I think I said that on this podcast where I didn't think he was going to play on back-to-backs going forward, and he did not. If he's not back either, KJ Martin played a shit ton of minutes. He played 36 minutes, and I know it went to overtime, but he played well and was serviceable. I think him at 3,700 is in play, which I've never said that before about KJ Martin.
You never said that about KJ Martin? Did you not
That
play?
He's been in play. Oh, the eight rocket rotation from last year. Yeah, okay, that's different. I
was about to say, did you not play DFS last year?
This season, I haven't touched KJ Martin's existence, even though I wanted to. He was the min on FanDuel the other day. Whatever. That was just a luck box thing. Let's head over to forward on FanDuel top end. Giannis 11-3 there. James Harden 10-4. That's going to be popular. Shout out Zion Williamson for just having his name listed there, even though he's apparently never going to play basketball for the Pelicans again. That's cool. Kyle Kuzma, 9K over there. At least he's priced up to a place where we don't have to play 48% of him, even though he's still underpriced compared to DK somehow. We've got RJ Barrett, who has an 8K tag. No thanks. Pascal Siakam, 8,100. Punch me in the face already. That's not going to go well. But Christian Wood, 7,700. Going up against Jokic, but I don't really care. I'm going to roster some of him sub 8K. We saw the upside against Gobert. This is kind of the same thing here. He played 43 minutes. If he's going to play upper 30s minutes in competitive games against Denver, do you expect to be competitive? Probably not. But if it is, he's going to play a lot, and I like him at sub 8K. How about you?
Yeah, you should be definitely looking at him at sub 8K. But other guys here, I mean, looking up top, I mean, small forward eligibility, James Harden still exists. Power forward Siakam, 8,100. Got to look there with some interest. Giannis is cheap at 11.3. He's a little too cheap. He should be north of 12K on FanDuel, especially. So Giannis is definitely a little bit cheaper here. It's good spending. Looking all the way down here, McDaniels is 4,700. Vanderbilt is 4,200. Both are pretty solid. Beasley also has 4,300. Yeah, Minnesota is going to be very popular tomorrow, and just finding the right one of those guys who pops off could be the key to the slate. Jackson Hayes is at $4,900. That's pretty good, I think. I think he continues to play a ton of minutes. Pokuševski 5,200, where his scoring prefers him better because of how rapidly he picks up blocks. 5,200 Pokuševski can definitely work out for you. So and then scrolling a little bit down here, Kevin Porter Jr. 5,900. I know it's a top Denver spot, but there's tournament winning upside in a guy like him. Jeremy Grant also playing much better of late, more minutes. This Detroit team is winning games, playing some good basketball, this young team now. $6,400 as Cade Cunningham had a game-winning block to put him in a tournament-winning upside play of the day kind of situation.
It's just crazy to me. But you've been calling it. You said he was just going to go up in price, and he's, 7,100 over there. Jeremy Grant, too, 6,400. That was a great call by you yesterday into today. He only put up 34.6, but I thought he was going to blast this slate into smithereens. Also, watch out. He might rest tomorrow. Just throwing it out there. He might not play basketball tomorrow. In which case, best of luck to us figuring out how many minutes Kelly Olynyk's going to play. Just already not looking forward to that if that were to happen. 2-4, we go on our sponsor, Yahoo. Giannis is $57. That is so expensive against Chicago, but that game is going to have a total next to it. That is for sure. DeMar DeRozan, 46 in that same matchup. Both of them very expensive. Kyle Kuzma, 37. Randall, 37. You're getting a steep discount. Everything drops off a cliff once you get off these top-end guys. Jeremy Grant, if he plays, $23 there. I just see it being like, Jeremy Grant doesn't play, just play Sadiq Bey at 24. That would be fine by me. That feels more comfortable than Olynyk, even though I don't know what I would do there entirely. Phoenix, we've got Jay Crowder and Cameron Johnson, both $19 in the absence of Chris Paul, Devin Booker. We shall see how that all pans out if there's anybody popular. But Pokuševski, you talked about. Jared Vanderbilt, $15. Pokuševski, $16. Jackson Hayes is eternally too cheap on Yahoo, $14 there. Played 27 minutes. They smashed Sacramento. He put up back-to-back 28-point games. New Orleans is playing well, and I know it's a terrible spot in terms of Gobert, but he should be getting more Bogdanovich, which I think could be really fun, or Royce O'Neal guarding one Jackson Hayes, and I think he could smash in that spot. What do you think about him?
Yeah, I think the double big lineup is working out better kind of across the board there, as Herb Jones can play more perimeter defense for this New Orleans team. But looking forward, Giannis is priced appropriately. It's expensive. You need him to be amazing. Kuzma is now the same price as Julius Randle at $37. I don't mind him. There's just so many shots this guy's taking. It makes a lot of sense to take that shot volume with you. DeRozan's $46. I think that's too expensive for me. It's kind of come down to earth a little bit of late. So I'd like to see that price fall below 40, honestly. But looking at other guys here, towards the min, Kispert continues to play a decent amount of minutes. He's $10. Jaden McDaniels is $12. Alec Burks disappoints a lot of people. He's $14. His minutes are all over the place. You can't trust Thibodeau nowadays with that rotation. At one point, we just knew what that rotation was going to be. Disappointing. Those days are done. If all those guys continue to be out, Chris Boucher is 11. I like that price tag for Boucher. DeAndre Hunter is $13. He's pretty up and down, but $13 is pretty cheap. I don't mind that if you want to spend down to jamming studs elsewhere. But kind of a so-so forward spot. Nothing all that exciting, to be honest, on Yahoo.
Yeah, I like the Alec Burks call out simply because we know the litany of injuries at the guard spot. You have Derrick Rose out. You have Quentin Grimes that joined out. And Kemba Walker obviously is not going to be playing going forward. So Alec Burks, I do not mind that whatsoever. They are just brutal. Another brutal basketball team. I will say the Lakers went on a 14-0 run as soon as to close the half, as soon as I started talking crap about them. They're only down 3 at half. So live betting opportunities confirmed a thing. Also, Ryan, we might have to talk about a Russell Westbrook live rebound prop because that's the world that I live in right now. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world.
He's probably going to get there.
Yeah, he's got 4 right now at half. He picked up like 3 in the last 2 minutes of the half.
You got to like your chances.
Beautiful thing. I like my chances too.
He's a few bricks and putbacks away of his to paying off for you on that prop.
I'm just wondering if we can middle it. That's all I want to do.
You want to middle a Russell Westbrook prop? Why?
Yeah, a rebound prop. Because, there's 7, 8, 9. Those are all in the range of outcomes. We'll talk here. Jokic, 12-6 on the center spot. Over on DraftKings to round out this position. We are flying today. We're in a groove. Giannis, 12-3 here. We've got Joel Embiid, 11-8. Karl Anthony Towns, 10-1. So today, I didn't really like center. Hartenstein's absolutely smashing even at 5K. That was kind of a sneaky little play there. He's been really good for the Clippers, no doubt about it. But this slate is very different because I don't know. There's a zillion centers that I want to play here. Gobert was like the best tournament play on planet Earth the other night. Put up 56 in 38 minutes against Houston. Sure, overtime helped a little, but he was already there. Him and Donovan Mitchell both were. You've got Christian Wood sub 8K. That becomes a little bit more in play. You get Ayton at 7K. If you liked him at 6,800, you're going to like him at 7K against the Knicks here. It just makes all the sense in the world to play a lot of 2-center lineups here tomorrow. Mo Bamba, even 5,200. I know people have been doing that. Isaiah Stewart, 4,800. I think that's going to remain viable. I don't see a lot of spots. And Isaiah Roby, 4,600, coming off of, 50 plus out of the middle of nowhere in 34 minutes. I don't expect 34 minutes, but probably is in play. Ryan, massive center slate. Who are your favorites?
It is a loaded center slate, the complete opposite of what we dealt with today. Centers galore, centers everywhere. I mean, how could you not want to pay up for Jokic in a Houston spot, 12-6? Giannis has center eligibility. Embiid always likes to make Jared Allen his quote-unquote, I won't say the word, I might get fired. But,
I wanted you to so bad.
Maybe I'll say it on FanDuel, but yeah, Joel Embiid just makes man, I want to say the word bad, but I'm not going to.
Don't do it. But here's the thing I've learned about the internet, Ryan, is it exists forever.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
100 years from now, nobody's going to give a shit about what we're talking about here now, but I've sworn you have always kept it very respectful. You have an image. I like it. You've crafted out a nice little portion of the internet for yourself. Don't change it now. Don't change it now.
Too late, I guess. No, I was kidding. But Vanderbilt at $4,300, Senate eligibility. I like DeAndre Ayton at $7K. Hopefully he's low owned. I think without Paul and Booker, I know his rates don't go up, but he should be a mid-7 player with those guys missing, I think. Christian Wood balled out, 7,800. Tough Jokic matchup on the other side. That's really about it. Mo Bamba was really good last game at $5,200. Maybe they trust him a bit more in the front court to see him play. I would like to, because Bamba's a very intriguing prospect where he's shown the ability why he was a lottery talent, flashes of it, more consistent play. It's very interesting this year in the NBA. A lot of teams have opted for this double big Twin Towers build. Orlando, now we see New Orleans opted in the middle of the season. Obviously, Cleveland runs the triple Twin Towers with Lowry, Mobley, and Allen. Is small ball era dying?
No, it's not. What's happening is teams are very poorly constructed. And then at a certain point, instead of getting the assets that they need, and, in a trade deadline, if you have an opportunity to go get CJ McCollum and you're giving up Josh Hart to do it, in essence, you do it. Like that's something that you do if you think you have other pieces around. And I got to say, him, Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas, Herbert Jones, and, adding a Zion maybe in a other world scenario. I mean, that is a ridiculous starting five you could be looking at going forward.
That'd be pretty good starting five. Yeah, it'll be a playoff five for sure.
Yeah, it'd be a fun five.
It's not a contending five, I don't think.
No, I didn't say but that's a, not that it's well constructed, but what it is a team that has a ceiling. And I think what you're trying to do if you're some of these smaller market teams, or if you have a window with a guy like Brandon Ingram and, Jonas Valanciunas, I mean, he's just kind of whatever. He's a good player, but not like a franchise changer or anything. You gave up Steven Adams to get him. Steven Adams, I think, would fit better on this basketball team, which is ironic. But, I'm just saying that's kind of how it works, is like, in the NBA, it's hard to know how all the pieces are supposed to come together unless it just falls in perfectly. Like the Drew Holiday situation, they botched. You needed to have Drew Holiday on that basketball team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could make a case to get a re-sign Lonzo, but what happened? Yeah, I think, in terms of the Pelicans, I don't think Brandon Ingram can be the best player on a finals winning team. Neither can CJ McCollum. They're exceptional players and exceptional talents, but
that's why Zion would be the best player on the team. That's why Zion would be the best player on a team, and Zion,
if he can
at his
lay off the
powers,
Krispy
could
Kreme,
do it.
Yeah. If he can lay off the damn Krispy Kreme, he can definitely be the best starting.
It took me twice. Thank you for repeating that. I
had to. I was like, but yeah, I mean, they're going to be like the Portland Blazers 2.0 because they'll make the playoffs consistently, but not really get over the hump.
Let's check in on this. So it's trade day really today. So it'll be easy to go back in. Today's trade day. Obviously, I'm going to post this video before the end of trade day, so it'll still probably have March 3rd up on the timestamp for it. But we'll go back and look. I want everybody to give me their finals matchup. I want everybody to put it in writing. Their finals matchup and who wins in how many games. I want that in writing because I think there is so much stuff that can happen in the West. I think the East, Greg Ehrenberg had a poll today. I think there's 4 or 5 teams that are legitimately very live to win in the East. You have Philadelphia. Brooklyn is in a lot of trouble right now if they can't get Simmons on the floor and Kyrie vaccinated, or, just on the floor if they can remove whatever the stipulation is there. That is going to be problematic for them, but Milwaukee is the favorite still, and I think should be. There's some fun, intriguing stuff in the East. The West, the Phoenix team looks pretty good, but let me know what your
most intriguing team
is.
in the West is the Denver Nuggets.
Agreed.
The return of Michael Porter and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I bet them, so I hope so.
Makes them arguably 1 through 5 the second best starting five in the West. And then that makes their bench borderline much better. If Boogie Cousins isn't going to play like he has in this Nuggets stint, he's forced to be reckoned with for at least 12 to 15 minutes. We've seen it happen. That gives Monty Morris to run the second unit as good as anyone really can in the league. And that's what makes the Nuggets so special. When they made the conference finals in the bubble, it was the way they didn't turn over the ball in the second unit, because the second unit was great with Porter. Gary Harris could also be the lead dog for different runs there. Jeremy Grant was amazing off the second unit in the Nuggets team.
I think Bones Highland can do the Gary Harris role.
Oh, no. I think Gary Harris is an elite defender. And
that's what I'm saying. The scoring, he can at least. Bones Highland's a better scorer.
Arguable. Gary Harris at one point in this league
he
was a very good scorer. I think got the bag and didn't care.
That'll do it.
To
center on FanDuel we go.
I don't blame him.
All right. I want your finals matchup at the very end of this, so at least think about it. Put it in 6. And again, everybody in the comment section, I know we hit a little bit of a wall here, but it was a fun talking point, because I think the NBA is such a great league. And compared to baseball, which I don't know, doesn't exist right now, is going to be all we have going forward. So enjoy. Nikola Jokic, 11K on the top end on FanDuel. Joel Embiid, 10.8. Karl Anthony Towns, 9,300. That's a steep difference going up against the likes of Isaiah Roby and Pokashevsky. I like Karl Anthony Towns on FanDuel quite a bit. Curious to see what the field wants to do with him. Gobert, 8,300. Now that we know those minutes are back up, yay, give me some of that. You've got a little bit further down, Clint Capella, again, 6,400. Just beat your head against a wall and pray to God. Mo Bamba up to 5,600, less intriguing for me. Gafford, 5,200. I still think that might be too cheap, but I'm not sure, considering he's not closing out games. That's just weird to be looking at. I see nothing else down here further that I want to try to make a thing. What sticks out to you over on the FanDuel center slate?
Looking at the FanDuel center slate, Jokic, 11K. That's just too cheap, honestly. Guy has like a 60-point floor at times. 10.8, Joel Embiid. 9.3 Cat with no Anthony Edwards. Good Lord. Center's loaded. Those three guys, if you just want to play your center guys among those three guys, I have no issues doing so. Ayton at 7,100, you got to have some interest in for sure. But no real reason to spend any lower than Ayton, honestly. If you fall on a Mitch Rob, sure. But I think Bamba is as cheap. I can go as I kept scrolling. He's obviously shown the upside of light, but even then, I don't even have all that much interest because of how loaded up top center is.
Agreed. To Yahoo we go. Let's round it out here. Reggie Jackson, steal and assist to start off the second half. Welcome back, young man, into the rotation. 14-0 run again for the Lakers to close out that half. That was nuts. Jokic, $56. Embiid, $54. Karl Anthony Towns, $39. Another large disparity you're looking at between those top-end guys and then Karl Anthony Towns, but rightfully so, more than likely. I just like Karl Anthony Towns a lot at these depressed price tags is what I'm learning. Siakam, $36. He'll probably go crazy tomorrow because I won't roster him there. 22 for Clint Capella. That's fascinating to look at. A little bit further down, you get Mo Bamba, 16. Kevin Love, gross, 16. Isaiah Roby, 16. Number of ways that we can go here. You want to be getting to some of these studs, but on Yahoo, if you play Jokic and Embiid together or something, that's $110 out of your $200 cap. Pretty tough to do, but I think you can maybe mix in a cheapie with them. Who sticks out to you to round it out on our sponsor, Yahoo, Ryan?
Yeah, looking at Yahoo, it's just loaded up top, man. Double center build here could definitely work out. But if there's a value that opens up, there's some Minnesota value. But Jokic 56 and Embiid 54, both expensive. Love the savings off a Cat at 39. And then Siakam's pretty cheap in an Orlando spot. Valanciunas 29. Man, it's just a lot of solid upside guys here where you're excited to go to spend up here. Even Jared Allen's in play at $30. I know tough spot, but he can get there for you. Bamba 16. You got to have a ton of interest there. If you're looking for a $10 play, Dan Gafford's here as well. Loaded center spot. I'm pretty darn interested in having a double center build.
Yep, as am I. It looks really nice for tomorrow. Another week of the NBA Slate Starter in the books. Ryan just out there rocking the robe, living the high life over there, just living his best life always. Man, what a day today was. Maybe Russell Westbrook can get these rebounds. That second half just started. That would be nice to see early and just not have a sweat here. But Ryan, any final words for the people?
Yeah, you asked for my finals prediction.
I'm ready for it. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow. How many games? Who wins?
The Brooklyn Nets win in 6 because Kyrie wins it on the road.
I was going to say Kyrie on the road. That's God, it would be crazy to think if it's June or July and he can't play at home anymore, or to think that he might not still be able to play.
That would be actually wins it at home. That'd be in Brooklyn.
My guess is they'd have to be on the road because they're like a 9 seed right now.
Yeah, Game 6 would be at home for them.
All right, that's true.
Yeah, I think the mayor will realize he needs Kyrie. I don't know.
That's how it works, is that he has that kind of pull. I'm going to go Milwaukee Bucks defending their title. I've been on this side since day one. I picked them last year. I'm picking them this year. Let's go the Milwaukee Bucks over the Denver Nuggets in 7. I think that sounds like a fun way to do it. I think you're going to get Jokic. You're going to get Michael Porter Jr. middle of March here alongside Jamal Murray. This could be good. Everybody just stay healthy. One-time dealer. I know Denver's your team too, so I feel bad taking them from you because you were the first adopter of Team Nuggets being the revamped team. This was many years ago, but it was still a hell of a take because Michael Porter's your boy. Thank you, everybody.
Thought I was crazy.
I know
thought I was crazy.
I thought you were crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. Michael Porter Jr., no back. He played like 2 games at Missouri. Wasn't ideal, but you were absolutely dead spot on there. Hopefully that back can be all right. Guys, thank you so much. This was a great podcast here today. Lots of stuff, not just DFS content. He's Ryan. He's one of the best in the world, and he's taking Brooklyn like a crazy person. Oh, Golden State, you said in the finals. I like the Draymond Green getting revamped there. That's a good call. I'm Eric.
That is the ultimate drama. The drama would have been Lakers Nets, but I can't take the Lakers to even make the playoffs at this point. But that's the most drama-filled matchup you can ask for. Brooklyn versus Golden State, and I love drama, so I want all the drama.
Yeah. I want Devin Booker and every Jenner, every guy. You know what I'm getting at. It would be a lot of fun to watch that.
I mean, that would have been Phoenix versus Brooklyn because there's Blake and there's Ben Simmons and D-Book on the other side.
That's what I was getting at.
Blake Griffin's going to posterize Devin and look at Kendall Jenner and be like, "Hey, remember me?" Ben Simmons is going to pull up from 3 and there you go.
And it is going to airball. We'll see you guys next week.